Hey guys, welcome back to another video. I hope everyone is having a wonderful, beautiful, and blessed day. As you can see, I am back in my car on my way out to handle some business. It's about 8:20, 8:25 right now, so it's still rush hour. But I wanted to get out early so I can handle some business for my mom, and also because it was very, very cloudy this morning, so I wasn't exactly sure if we were going to be getting any rain. But right now, as you guys can see in the views behind me or on the side of me, the sun is starting to come out, so I'm thankful for that. And it also feels so good out here. I think it's only going to be going up to like 78, 79, something like that today, which is wonderful. So it feels really, really good right now. But right now I am on my way to the bank to handle some business for my mom. And let me just say this right here. I'm going to the bank right now so I can send some money to my mom's aide so that she can go and do some grocery shopping for her, and also pay for my mom's grass being cut. Let me just say, I really, really, really love my mom's aide because she goes far and beyond of her job and the responsibilities that she is supposed to do for my mom. And I am so grateful because I really need, that middle person, being that I am so far away from my mom. Ooh, and sorry, but I'm just realizing I have to find a way to readjust my car mount because it looks like you guys cannot see the top of my head. But with that being said, I'm so appreciative of my mom's aide and her husband because as I said, even on days that she is not assigned to my mom, because right now she only sees her Monday, Wednesdays, and Fridays. But even on the days that she is not assigned, she will go and stop in, take a look, and check on my mom, make sure that everything is okay with her, make sure, that if she needs anything, she'll take care of that. You know something, y'all? These people out here do not value this life. Why did this guy on a motorcycle just cut in front of me and now cutting in front of the car in the other lane and now is driving in the middle of two lanes? This is ridiculous. Ridiculous. But sorry to interrupt, what I was saying, guys. But like I said, she goes far and beyond, her and her husband. She knows that my mom lives in a very, very small town. So it is extremely hard to get anyone to come in and do anything, whether it's a home repair like plumbing or electrical, whether it's food shopping like food delivery, and things like that. So it's very, very hard. So a lot of people in this small town, what they tend to do is like get people that live in the town who is able to do the work. I'm not a person that is for that. If I need a service to be done, whether it's my home or my mother's home, I would prefer that it be someone who is licensed. And the reason why I prefer to have a licensed person is because just in case something happens to go wrong, or if they don't do their job correctly, or if there's any issues, I can always call the company to complain and either have them come back or, do whatever the situation calls for. So I'm not in for, calling Johnny down the street, to change a pipe because the pipe has been burst or, things of that nature. But what I am grateful for is that, my mother's aide, like I said, she goes far and beyond. On her days off, she'll check on my mom and she'll bring her some food. Or, on occasion, she would even bring food to her, like from her own home that she makes for her family. She just makes sure that she makes enough in order to provide, my mom for a meal. And, I don't know anybody out there as far as lawn care services that could come out to the house and cut her grass. We've had people, here and there, but they were not reliable and they were not consistent. So, of course, her husband, the aide, her husband cuts grass. So they're taking on that task for me. And not only are they cutting the grass, but they're also cleaning my mom's yard. Now, my mom has a lot of land. I think it's like 2.5 acres or something like that. And lately, I guess for like the past 2, 3, maybe 4 months, I'm not exactly sure why, but my mom has the tendency to throw her garbage in the backyard, like around her trees or on the side of the house. So not only are they cutting her grass, but they're also picking up the debris in her yard. And I am so thankful. And with that being said, you know, it's a shame that, you know, my mom is living in a place surrounded by her family. And I'm not talking about the older generation, like her sisters and things of that nature. But there are other people who live in that area who every now and then can go and, you know, stop by and, you know, and check on, you know, the elderly and make sure that they are okay. Because it's my mom, it's her sister, and or her sisters, and, you know, maybe 1 or 2 like other people, like cousins, you know, and things of that nature. And like me, you know, I have come to learn that I cannot look at people and think that they, you know, are like me. You know, my thing is, when I go out to South Carolina and I go to visit my mom, I go to visit everyone. I make sure I stop and check in on all of her sisters minus 1. That particular sister, her daughter is out there in South Carolina. So the majority of the times she is with her, because, you know, she doesn't want her doing much driving, so that I can understand. But as far as my mom and her other 2 sisters, I always make sure that I stop by, check on them, you know, make sure they get out the house. I'll take them food shopping with me. I'll make sure that we go and get a meal or something. And, you know, and they never have to come out of pocket for anything, you know, unless they have a whole bunch of groceries that they need to get, you know, which I can't dig up to my pocket for that, because I'm also purchasing, you know, my mom's groceries on top of, you know, things that I have to do for myself. But with that being said, you know, I know that they do not get out the house much because they don't get very many visitors. You know, understandable. Where my mom is at, it's mostly older people, so they don't do as much as they used to. So I make sure when I go there that they have everything that they need. They go out and get their entertainment, their exercise, or whatever it is that they need outside, you know, before I leave to come back to Georgia. I often take them out to eat. I don't, you know, ask for gas money. I don't ask for repayment back for meals or anything that I purchase for them. That is just me. You know, I'm just that kind of person. I am a giver to default at sometimes. But all that to say, in the town where my mom's at, there isn't much help for her out there. So I greatly appreciate, you know, all that the aid is doing. This is the one and only aid that my mom has had, you know, since I was able to have her qualified to get an assistant. But this is the only person that my mom has really taken a liking to. You know, she doesn't know that that is her aid. She just considers her to be her friend, you know. So it's an enjoyment, and it's a lot of relief on me, you know, especially now that I have not been able to go back and forth out there, because over the years that I've been commuting back and forth out there on a regular basis, the mileage on my car has gone up drastically. So right now I'm trying to not to do too much with my car, because when I make my move, I don't know if I'm going to need to drive there or if I'm going to need to take a plane there, but I just need this car to last until I'm able to get where I'm going and do the things that I need to do. But, you know, I just wanted to put that out there, you know, saying that I really, really do appreciate my mom's aid and her husband as well. So, like I said, I'm on my way out here so I can transfer some money, put some money in the bank so that I can send over to her. So she can pick up a few things for my mom and also get the grass cut. Then once I am done with that, you know, being that it's so early, I'm gonna head over into Walmart. Of course, you know, my normal, my regular routine. But I realized this morning when I was getting dressed, I have no t-shirts. The majority of the t-shirts that I do own are old or from Morehouse. And I need, you know, to incorporate some more t-shirts in my life when I'm doing like little quick trips like this. You know, I'm looking a little crazy right now, but I don't plan on being outside too long today because I want to go back home and get some things done. But I do need some elevated t-shirts, you know, that I can wear throughout this fall season and possibly, you know, into the beginning of winter as well, so that I can, you know, be looking decent when I'm coming outside running some errands and things like that. So I'm about to enter into the bank in a few moments. I'm not going to take you guys into Walmart with me. You know, I'm pretty sure those of you who subscribe to my channel or often view my videos, you know that I am always in Walmart at least 2-3 times during the week. So you guys are probably sick of these Walmart videos. So when I get in there and I select my little t-shirts, I will make another video to show you guys the t-shirts that I did pick up. But I hope you guys have a wonderful, beautiful, and blessed day. And I will see you guys in the next video. And please remember to like, comment, and subscribe. And please remember to also share my video with those who you may think may be interested in viewing this video. Thank you, and I'll see you in the next one.